The Meltdown over at Twitter is getting absolutely hilarious with a whole bunch of new reports coming out over the weekend. First, we have Twitter plans to lay off 25% of workforce in round one of job cuts. Round one. Amazing. I'm hearing some people say that it's like 10-to-1 managers to coders. We've also got news that Twitter may start charging $20 per month in order for you to be verified. Now, what that really means is the highest tier of Twitter Blue, their subscription service, will grant along with it verification. And the left is collectively losing its mind. Why? Well, many of these younger leftists who aren't verified don't care. But many of these woke Twitterati journalists are like, you're going to take away my badge from me. Now, I think Elon may be making a mistake here. We'll see. There's a lot of net positives to charging money for verification. And the main issue is some people only want to interact with real people. You don't want to waste time with bots. That was Elon's big thing, right? If you, as a regular person, sign up for an account, pay $20 a month, you get your credit card information in there, then maybe we're going to see way more verified profiles. And they're probably going to have a rule for verification, like you have to use a real picture and you have to use your real name and you can be verified. If you want to be anonymous, you're not going to get a verification. I don't see any other reason they would. I don't see any other way they could really implement this. But the thing is, many of these woke Twitterati journalists, it's their whole world that they're verified on Twitter. I'm not a normal plebe like you. I'm actually verified. I have 500 followers, but my company got me verified. Wink. Taking it all away from them. There are many journalists who have like 10K followers, and they're verified because their companies verified them. Called up Twitter and said, please verify my journalist. And so Twitter very much was trying to make this badge a symbol of being cool and being in, to make sure influencers wanted to be on the platform. It's a mistake. How about this? Elon Musk, you pay high-tier content creators to produce on the platform, like every other platform. Let's read the first story. We do have big news, too. It's a bit more esoteric, so I didn't want to lead with it, but Elon Musk posted evidence that... Well, Elon Musk was claiming that the Twitter board was hiding evidence from him about bots. And now that he owns the company and he has access to leaked messages, he's publishing them. And he says this is evidence hidden from the court. A lot of people are pointing out Elon Musk now has access to all of these communications, censorship, emails, internal dialogues. And that means some people might go to jail. It's a long shot, I got to be honest. But I'm willing to bet some of these top executives at Twitter were lying out their asses. And so, Elon, look, man, I got a request. What did Vijaya Gadde say about everything they did and Jack Dorsey back in 2019? You have those internal communications. You can show if they were lying on the Joe Rogan podcast about everything. You can show if these people were lying in court. But let's read first with what's making the woke Twitterati cry the most. From NDTV, Twitter takeover. Twitter had over 7,000 employees at the end of 2021, according to a regulatory filing. And a quarter of the headcount means that amounts to nearly 2,000 employees. They say celebrity, get out of here, whatever this pop-up is. Celebrity lawyer Alex Spiro, a longtime Musk legal rep, led the conversation about job cuts. Twitter had over 7,000 employees at the end of 2021. So that means they're going to be nuking about 2,000 employees. All right. You get it. Let's do this. Let's talk about Elon Musk and this evidence here. And then I'm going to talk to you about the verification thing. And I think Elon may be making a mistake, but we will see. It's all about winning the culture war, and I'll explain. But this is big, too. This one gets into the legal grounds. Elon Musk accused Twitter's former board of directors and their lawyers of deliberately hiding evidence from court proceedings days after the entrepreneur's $44 billion deal was finalized, saying Wachtell and Twitter board deliberately hid this evidence from the court. Musk tweeted Sunday night. He included a screenshot of internal messages from a Twitter executive referencing fraudulent metrics. Stay tuned. More to come, the billionaire added. Take a look at this. This is the image he posted. And it's from Yoel Roth, a far-left lunatic, in my opinion, but Elon seems to like him. Sure. He wrote in an internal message, but also, LOL, if Amir continues to BS me, my escalation route is, quote, Amir's OKRs are entirely based on fraudulent metrics, and he doesn't care and may actively be trying to hide the ball. Literally doing what Elon is accusing us of doing. So this is 160432. The next message, 160449. It would appear that those messages were about back to back. And he says, literally doing what Elon is accusing us of doing. Whoa there. Why wasn't this internal communication released? I mean, certainly it should have been in the court proceedings. It should have been a discovery or something. They claimed they turned over all of the data. Did they turn over one of their top individuals saying that someone's using fraudulent metrics to maybe trying to hide the ball? That one's important. Maybe their argument is going to be he wasn't doing that and Yol was leveling an accusation. Well, this is kind of funny. Elon tries suing to not buy Twitter. And I think for good reason. They were lying about their bot numbers and they're trying to rip him off. Elon Musk probably had a conversation. And I'm wondering what's going on. Here's a thought. And they said, look, Elon, his advisors, if you really think they're doing this, when you buy the company, you will get access to all of this. And if you can prove they misled you in the court, that could be fraud. In which case, Elon Musk may have said, you know what? I'll buy the platform from you. Got the people on board. Now he has access to all the evidence and he may be able to go after all of them. There was more news that came out on Friday about this. Apparently, they wrote that Elon fired the top executives for cause so they don't get their golden parachutes. I don't know if that's true. Someone said something about, someone wrote a story Elon said was false, so we'll see. But suffice it to say, things are getting really spicy. But let's talk about the health of this platform. Ah, yes. Twitter is planning to start charging $20 per month for verification. And if the employees building it don't meet their deadline, they'll be fired by Elon Musk. Oh, you'll love to see it. Fire them all, Elon. Here we go. Let's talk about this change. Are you excited to get your verification badge? Elon Musk ran a poll. I think it was Elon or it was someone at Twitter ran a poll. Would you be willing to pay for a verification? And like 80% said no. Yeah, but that's kind of the point, right? Verification is for the top tier individuals. But here's the story. The directive is to change Twitter Blue, the company's optional $4.99 a month subscription that unlocks additional features, into a more expensive subscription that also verifies users, according to people familiar with the matter, and internal correspondence seen by The Verge. Twitter is currently planning to charge $19.99 for the new Twitter Blue subscription. Under the current plan, verified users would have 90 days to subscribe or lose their blue checkmark. Employees working on the project were told on Sunday that they need to meet a deadline of November 7th to launch the feature or they will be fired. I will absolutely pay $20. Not for verification, but for an expanded suite of tools. In fact, I'd pay a lot more. Somebody did this. It might have been Elon. Somebody tweeted a while ago, would you pay, $100, $300 a month for an expanded suite of tools for Twitter? And yeah, I would. Look, I've got 1.36 million followers on Twitter. Thank you all for following me. I mean, I don't really take it all that seriously, but there's a lot of people who follow me when I post a lot of silly nonsense or, make points people seem to agree with. If you give me better data analytics, better tools for interactivity, maybe if you integrate it with Rumble, or I would pay for a premium package as a business platform for my company. For Timcast News, follow at Timcast News if you haven't already. If you were to give my business some kind of expanded news delivery option and tools and things like that, we'd pay more than $20 if verification comes along with it. Now, if you're just like, all you get is verified, I don't know, maybe. I don't really care all that much. It's like, do you care that much about the blue check mark? Or do you just have the followers, I guess, and the interaction, meritocracy? Now, of course, many of these woke Twitterati are losing their minds over this, and they're trying to play it off cool. And this is where I think there's some good and there's bad here. The good. Regular people should be allowed to get verified. Verification was always supposed to be a service so that you could say, I am who I am. Let's say you legitimately want to run your business and you want people to know that you, John Smith, are actually John Smith. But meanwhile, there's a cartoon avatar version of John Smith. And you're like, that's not me. And people say, well, I don't know. What if you're James O'Keefe and you've got impersonators? Okay, well, I want to be verified. One of the reasons they never did widespread verification was that it was impossible to verify everybody. As a free service, going through everyone's IDs and checking is very, very difficult. If someone's spending money, their credit card information is on file, it's pretty easy to verify them. And now you'll have, like, let's say rather simply, James O'Keefe, Project Veritas, likely to be unbanned, I'm assuming, once Elon starts unbanning people. And he says, look, I got people who are pretending to be me. I need the verification badge so people know this is the official account of my company and the videos we post. Very valuable. Very valuable. They'll do it. Now, it's possible, for someone like James, he might be like, I got millions of followers. I mean, assuming he gets reinstated. I don't need it that much. No, I think it's worth it when you have impersonators because people will make fake accounts and then try and post things impersonating you. And this just makes it easier. Makes it a lot easier. Now, these woke Twitterati are saying the value of being verified is so that you know who's legit and who's not. And it's like, if you're paying $20 on a credit card, I really doubt Elon's going to let you be a communist squirrel. You're verified when you have your face and name or brand attached to it. So you could do brands, I'm sure. They're going to say, Musk has been clear. Or hold on, they say this. Employees working on the project were told on Sunday that they need to meet a deadline of November 7th to launch the feature or they'll be fired. Musk has been clear in the months leading up to his acquisition that he wanted to revamp how Twitter verifies accounts and handles bots. On Sunday, he tweeted, the whole verification process is being revamped right now. I'm glad to hear it. I really, really am. I would likely buy this service. But let me tell you about the pitfalls. Elon, I got to tell you something, buddy. I'm a big fan, but you're not cool. I'm sorry. That's just reality. You're cool in a certain respect. I mean, obviously, the richest guy on the planet, going to space and all that. A lot of people do look up to you. But you need to win the culture war first. I'll explain. Right now, there is an active campaign. It's emergent. I don't think it's conspiratorial. Emergent among many of these woke Twitterati and Twitter leftists saying things like, I don't even want the verification badge. A verification badge is so dumb. Why would anybody want to be verified? And what they're trying to do is Google Glass you. All right, here's what happened. Google Glass. You remember this, guys? It was the headset, and it had the little screen above your right eye, and you could look up, and you'd see a screen. It was really cool. Really cool. I have it somewhere in a box. I don't know. Probably doesn't work anymore. I've had multiple of them. So to make the screen work, they had to have a reflective Mylar, but it would disintegrate, and so whatever. So they replaced them for me quite a bit, actually, because I went around doing crazy stuff with them. I was in Turkey and stuff like that, testing it out, trying to get it to work. You couldn't really, it was cool to take pictures with and stuff like that. But anyway, everyone wanted it. There was this big Twitter trend where it was like Google Explorer or whatever. And I was like, I want to be a Google Explorer. And it was like $1,500 to buy the thing. And so people would go on Twitter begging for them. And Google said, ask and ye shall receive, and then gave them all out. But the woke Twitterati, the writers at a bunch of news organizations, didn't get in. And so you know what they did? You're a glass hole. You're so dumb. And they started this campaign all across these tech blogs where they were like, everybody thinks Google Glass is lame. It's so lame, I don't even want it. And it worked. All of a sudden, all of these woke New York bros said Google Glass is stupid and I didn't want it anyway. Sour grapes was very, very easy for everybody. So now that nobody could have glass and the journalists didn't get it, all of a sudden you were being made fun of for having it. All of a sudden people didn't want to wear them anymore and they became very uncool, despite the fact that everybody wanted them. I said this, if Google had just said, we've released this to the explorers, and now because of how popular it is, we are going public to release Google Glass, it would have been the coolest thing. Everyone would have wanted it. Everyone would have been using them. That's just it. But Google doesn't understand. The same thing happened with Google Plus. They were like, come on, everybody. And then by the time only the cool people were invited to be in Google Plus, same thing happened. Sour grapes. I don't want to be on your dumb platform anyway. It's so stupid. And then by the time they made Google Plus public, it was lame and nobody wanted to be on it because everyone was making fun of it. Here's what might happen. Right now, you've got people saying things like, I don't even want to be verified. It's so dumb. Take a look at this guy, John Schwartz. John Schwartz, you're full of it. UT Austin journalism professor. Oh, yeah, John. He says, I wouldn't pay $20 a month to be on Twitter, much less to hold on to my check mark. As far as I can tell, the only thing it does is lets people who hate my posts call me a blue check a-hole. Without it, they'll just call me an a-hole. I can live with the demotion. Okay, John. Go into your account right now and remove the verification because you can. You can, at any time, if you're verified, remove your little blue check mark. You going to do it? You going to remove it, John? I didn't think so. Because you could have removed it before you made this post. You could have made a post saying, to show you how much I don't care about this, I've removed the verification post. Here's what verified guy Nick says. I would argue against that, in that the only thing it does is prevent other people from impersonating you, which can be annoying and even dangerous, I suppose. There is a purpose to verification, though it has rarely been in practice here, and everything else, yes. Okay. Well, come on. Remove it. Remove your little badge. I did not think so. Will Chamberlain says, to David Levitt. Levitt said, retweet if you're unwilling to pay $20 a month to use Twitter. And Will says, LOL, you want people to pay $4.99 a month just to see your paywalled tweets. That's right. The dude has a super follow account. He wants you to spend money to see what he has to say. I also have super follow set up. I posted some stuff on it, so there's some stuff you can look at. But I don't know, man. Look, Twitter is a garbage platform. It's just, I don't know if Elon really can save this thing from being just complete and utter garbage. The reality is Twitter technology is trash. And, you know, I talked to Ian about this quite a bit. If you watch Timcast IRL, and he says, you got to free the code, man, free the code. And I'm like, in terms of the algorithm and how we're all being manipulated and how they're lying, agreed. Elon should do that too. Make the algorithm open source and available to the public. As for like their proprietary software, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Twitter doesn't offer you anything. It's a micro blog. There's so many. The technology is garbage. The technology's been around forever. They didn't invent anything. What they found was a community. What Twitter was capitalizing on is the woke Twitterati. They want trendsetters and influencers to be using the platform to tell people what is cool and what isn't. That's really what it is. And that's why the verification badge has always been an endorsement. So therein lies the big problem. This is one of the reasons Twitter always bent the knee to the woke Twitterati. They make up like 25% of the active user base. They are what make people want to be on Twitter, this interaction. Now, for me, I don't really care all that much. You know what I use Twitter for? It's like a news aggregator, an RSS. I have got like a bunch of journalists, activists, and personalities in politics that I follow to see what they're thinking. That's really what it's for, I guess. As for a lot of these activist types and these woke journalists, it's their only value, the only thing they have going for them. I mean, you just think about this. You live in New York. You're 30 years old. You got no family. You're not in a relationship. You write articles about Brad Pitt's junk. What value have you? You're verified on Twitter. Excuse me. I'm a Twitter verified user. There's a viral tweet where some guy's like, I've got 30,000 followers. You do not want to piss me off. Oh, okay, dude. It's just so pathetic. And I've always hated it. I've always despised it. It's why I really love the idea of taking it away from them. Take away their badges. Look, I got verified back in 2013 when Vice called Twitter and said, verify Tim Pool. And I was like, oh, look at that. I'm verified now. I'm famous. I get to be with the in crowd. Whatever, man. You know what always matters is just getting more followers. You want to seem important, have followers. There you go. People listen, they care about what you have to say. And even then, it's not even that big of a deal. It's not even that important. One thing I've always hated. Follower counts, it's like to many people a point system of societal value. And I just think it's really stupid. Have confidence in yourself. You don't need followers. But the reality is when it comes to getting screwed with by businesses, it is a powerful weapon. That's a reality. I had trouble with a bank. They were trying to screw me over. Made a mistake. I tweeted one time. Uh-oh, I got 1 million followers. They called me up in 2 seconds. You see, that's the reality of this power of Twitter. And it's kind of creepy. But this is why the system is so broken. Because it's true and there's nothing you can do about it. Twitter once talked about hiding follower counts. I dig it. Hide the follower count. Seriously. Who cares? You can subscribe to someone's page. Their follower count, they can tweet out, hey guys, look how many followers I have. No, take away the follower count, Elon Musk. I don't care that I have 1 million followers on Twitter. I don't. Okay? These people are so vapid. Just take it away. They talked about it 10 years ago, and they decided not to. Why? They realized it was what made Twitter work. You want to save humanity, Elon, take away the follower count. Take away so much of the metrics. People want their tweets to be seen. They want people to the ratio. Just hide all those metrics. Take those numbers away. You can click the tweet. You can see who responded. You can retweet it, but you don't need to see how many retweets it has. I never understood that. This post has 5,000 retweets. So what? Did you see the words of it or not? Take away these numbers. You want to save humanity? That's how you do it. Unfortunately, people will go to other platforms where they can see the numbers and they can brag about how many shares they got and how many views they got and all that stuff. That's the other thing, too. View count on YouTube. I don't care. People watch my videos because they like them. Does it matter that it's 200,000, 300,000? My video from Friday, I got to start doing Friday live streams, man. I got 500,000 views on that. You know, I can see that. I know it works. Does it matter if other people see how many views are on these videos? I suppose you can hide the number, I guess. Whatever. There's something to the idea that a video has a lot of views. It makes more people want to watch it. So I can understand that. It's like, oh, this one's got a lot of views. It must be worth something. And this one doesn't, and people might not want to watch it. But I believe that character building, meritocracy would be better served if we got rid of all of these numbers. Now, maybe the view count's probably fine, I guess. My view is I don't know enough about how videos are served to people based on that, so I wouldn't want to screw around with it. But as for Twitter, I think them getting rid of the retweet number, the like number, and all that stuff, probably a good thing. Taking away verification as this elite status symbol, probably a very good thing. But in the meantime, we'll just sit back and wait. I'm hoping Elon Musk dumps more internal communications and we see the censorship emails. That'll be huge. But we do have more stories to talk about, my friends. This Paul Pelosi story is going viral and now involves Elon Musk, and the media is losing their mind. So we'll talk about the next segment over on this channel, actually, at 1 p.m. So thanks for hanging out. Stay tuned, 1 p.m. on this channel, and we'll see you all then.